I never thought I'd feel this kind of betrayal, not just from my wife, but from my own child. It started innocently enough. I had noticed small changes over the past few months: late nights at work, messages she quickly hid when I entered the room, subtle hints of flirtation that didn't involve me. I wanted to believe it was harmless, just stress, just passing fancy, but a nagging feeling told me otherwise. And then I found proof. A message on her phone, accidentally left open. A name I didn't recognize at first. Texts that weren't just friendly, not even mildly flirtatious. They were intimate, personal, private. Plans to meet, promises whispered, laughter shared in a way that I hadn't been part of in years. I confronted her. She didn't deny it. She didn't try to make excuses beyond. It was just a small fling. A small fling. I stood there stunned, trying to process the casualness of it all. This wasn't a momentary lapse. This was months of hidden affection, wrapped in words and smiles I hadn't witnessed. Small? I asked, voice shaking. You call months of secrecy, sneaking around, lying to your husband small? Her face hardened. She didn't even flinch at my anger. Yes, small. I made a mistake. I never meant to hurt anyone. It's over now. I wanted to scream. I wanted to throw something. I wanted to make her feel the way she made me feel. Then my daughter, who had been sitting quietly at the dining table, spoke up. "Dad," she said softly, almost pleading. I turned to her, stunned. "She's right," my daughter said. "It wasn't that bad. It's not like it lasted forever. It didn't ruin anyone's life. Can't you just move on?" I froze. My own child, my little girl, defending the woman who had been lying to me for months. The woman who had broken my trust in the most intimate way. "Move on?" I echoed. "You're defending your mother after a secret affair that spanned months, and you want me to just move on?" "Dad, please," she said, her voice quivering. "It was just a mistake. People make mistakes. You love her. Can't you forgive?" I looked at her, and for the first time, I saw the weight of the situation. Not just my wife's betrayal, but how it had filtered down to the people I loved most. How my daughter had absorbed parts of this betrayal and somehow rationalized it. "Do you understand what this means?" I asked, my voice quieter now, but firm. "Do you understand how much it hurts to have someone you trust, someone you love, lie to you for months?" She nodded, tears welling up in her eyes. I know. But can't you see she's sorry? And it's over now. You're punishing her for something that's done." I shook my head. My heart ached, not just from the betrayal itself, but from the innocence of my daughter being caught in the crossfire of adult mistakes. "I'm not punishing her," I said. "I'm protecting myself, protecting what's left of our family. And yes, I will be careful with my heart and my trust from now on." She looked down, unsure how to respond. I could see the conflict in her, the love she had for her mother, the desire to see her parents together, colliding with the reality she could now see through my pain. My wife, who had been silent until this point, finally spoke. "You see? Even our daughter understands," she said, voice defensive. "It wasn't the end of the world, and now you're making it one." I stared at her, incredulous. "You call sneaking around, lying for months, deceiving your husband, not the end of the world?" "Yes," she snapped. "It was a mistake. A small human mistake." I felt something inside me break. This wasn't just betrayal. This was denial, arrogance, and an unwillingness to take responsibility. "Small mistake," I repeated slowly. "You think months of lies, secret messages, and stolen moments can be called small?" My daughter flinched, torn between defending her mother and understanding the gravity of what had happened. "Dad," she whispered softly. I don't want you to be sad. Please." And that's when I realized She wasn't defending the affair because she agreed with it. She was defending her mother because she loved her, because she wanted to preserve the family she knew. She didn't yet understand that love doesn't erase betrayal. It doesn't erase secrecy. It doesn't erase lies. I took a deep breath. I didn't yell. I didn't storm out. I sat down, carefully, looking between them. "This is bigger than small," I said quietly. "It's bigger than us. And it's bigger than just a mistake. It's about trust, respect, and truth. And until those things are rebuilt, nothing else matters." My wife opened her mouth to reply, but I held up my hand. "No words," I said firmly. "Just actions. And we'll see what actions follow. Because sorry is cheap. Trust is earned. And right now, I have neither for you." My daughter's eyes filled with tears. She reached for my hand, silently, needing comfort, needing reassurance. I squeezed her hand back, letting her know that while the world felt upside down, someone she loved and depended on would remain steady. "You'll understand one day," I said softly to my daughter. "Love doesn't always protect you from pain. Sometimes it's about seeing the truth, even when it hurts. And today, the truth is that your mother betrayed me. That doesn't make you hate her, but it does make us face reality." My wife said nothing more. She couldn't. I could see the anger and guilt warring on her face, and for once words were useless. My daughter finally nodded, squeezing my hand one last time. "I understand, Dad. I think I do." And in that moment, I realized something important. Betrayal doesn't just affect the people who are cheated on. It ripples out, touching everyone who loves them. It confuses, it divides, it forces choices. But it also teaches lessons. Lessons about trust, about boundaries, about self-respect. Lessons my daughter would remember. Lessons that would shape her understanding of love and honesty. I looked at my wife one last time, calm, resolute, and finally free of the emotional weight she had been trying to dismiss. A small affair had changed everything, but I was still standing. My daughter and I were still together. And some things, no betrayal could touch.